What's going on, guys? It's Cruzin Podcast. Today we're going to talk about Halo Infinite. We just beat it over the weekend. We really want to talk about it. You know, we love Halo. We're big Halo fans. As you can see, you know, we did that trailer reaction for the Halo TV series, which looks really good, and we're excited about. So we're going to talk about the story, the campaign mode. We got to beat it. We both beat it on Heroic. We didn't try to go for Legendary.
I tried Legendary after that first mission. I was like, never mind.
Yeah, no. I was fine with Heroic. I didn't want to deal with that on Legendary. It was too stressful, too much time. So, I mean, let's just talk about it. You know, like right off the bat, I do want to say I didn't really enjoy it. And I hate to say that, you know, for a game that's been in development for 6 years and all this stuff, I didn't enjoy it. And it's not that I didn't hate it. I just felt nothing playing it. You know what I mean? I don't know how else to. I finished it and I was like, oh, and I slept on it. I beat it last night. I slept on it. Like, we'll talk about it tomorrow and see how we feel. And it was honestly kind of forgettable. And I hate to say that because, you know, that being said, I really liked 4. We replayed all the campaigns. I really enjoyed 4. 4 was really innovative. I love the soundtrack, and I love how they evolved Chief's and Cortana's storyline. And this one kind of felt very similar to a Rise of Skywalker situation where they're like, let's just fix, you know, what happened with Halo 5, and let's fix, you know, like Last Jedi. Let's kind of scrap all that, fix it up real quick, and then give a new, safer story, because this did feel very safe. And not very innovative. In the sense of like the art design, the setting, you know, like the interior design of the Forerunner dungeons and stuff, compared to 4, where remember like everything was shifting around and it was super cool. 4 was really cool. If you saw us streaming it when we streamed it, we really enjoyed that. The maps and everything was very innovative. Felt cool. It was new. Here, I felt like I was doing this kind of like the same dungeons over and over.
Yeah,
that's one thing I didn't like. The story is very simple, very safe, doesn't really go anywhere. A lot of the important things that happened that I felt were supposed to be Halo 6 happen off screen that you learn through audio logs and holograms.
Yeah, that reminds me of Phantom Pain, where the important stuff was a little like tape, 20 minutes.
And in that case, that's because it wasn't complete. This is just because they were like, let's just forget about that.
But that's the vibe I got. Like, like Phantom Pain was different because they didn't let them finish the game.
Yeah.
But that's what it felt like. I was, wait, this should have been in cutscenes. This should have been in, like, the story.
Yeah.
Like, those are some of the things. And before we get more into the, you know, like how the campaign was and all that, I just want to say, like, the Xbox app on PC is shit. Like, I couldn't even play the fucking game. No. It took me like 3 days to finally be able to play the game because I kept getting this really annoying bug where Chief was like gone. I couldn't see him, like invisible. The whole entire cutscene, invisible. The whole intro.
Yeah, the whole intro of the game.
And I tried skipping past it. I was like, okay, I'll just rock with it. I couldn't even load into the level. It will load. I was like floating in space, and I kept falling out of the map.
Yeah.
So I was like that for 3 days straight. Then when the game finally worked, I got 3 to 4 hours into the campaign. I don't know what happened. I saved and quit. I got a checkpoint. I saved and quit. When I come back to play it, I kept spawning and dying over and over. So I was like, okay, let me go back to the main menu. When I go, then it showed 0% and it just deleted my save. I lost my save.
Yeah, you had to restart the whole game.
And I had to restart the whole game. So
halfway into the story.
Halfway into the story. So that I was already like, I wasn't gonna play it. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna play this game now because like I lost all my progress because I was doing all the FOBs, getting all the collectibles.
Yeah, when we played, we really played the game how it was meant to be played. You know, we got, and that's one thing.
I decided to, you know, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it again. I'll start over. It's fine, whatever. It's not a big deal. And it worked fine. I thought the campaign was fine. I just wanted to say about those really annoying issues.
That's a crazy bug.
I couldn't play the game for 3 days because I was just trying to launch the game. Like I was trying to like get this bug.
Yeah, that Xbox app had it all messed up.
Yeah, terrible. It was just awful. It was just annoying.
You know, and then the game itself, the open sandbox, open world element of it, I thought was fine. At first, I was like, okay, I see. Like I did it. I played the game how they wanted us to play it, right? So I got the vehicles and I did the FOBs. I did the little enemy bases and the banished bases, and I did all that. It was cool.
Like a basic Ubisoft game.
Yeah,
that's what
it was.
Like.
What I liked was that it wasn't, because the world is empty.
It's very empty.
And after a while, it does wear on you. It's like everything is the same. The dungeons are the same. The open world is very bland. So
it's like
after a while, yeah, nothing feels fresh in it. After a while, it wears on you. So I did appreciate the fact that at least it wasn't too much. Like, okay, let me just go do the campaign, and nothing felt really far away. So I appreciated that. The gunplay was great. Like, the gameplay itself is great. I really enjoyed the grunts and how funny they were. The gunshots, the headshots. It felt satisfying getting kills with the.
Yeah, the grunts are great.
Yeah, getting kills with the weapons felt satisfying. All that stuff was great. I enjoyed the parts where you get the Marines and they jump on your Warhog and you go, and that was cool too. But the story itself, it didn't hit for me. The soundtrack wasn't the same. They tried imitating, the classic one, like the classic soundtrack with Bungie. They tried being Bungie instead of just being what they were, being innovative and being themselves, And you feel that.
They haven't done a good job.
I mean, 4 was good. 5, I don't know what that was, but 4 was really good. And here, they tried giving us that classic music again, and I didn't really feel it. They tried giving us this, like, Cortana replacement with the weapon and Echo 216. I didn't really care. I didn't like them at all.
Did not like those characters.
Echo 216 complains a lot throughout the game. Weapon is kind of like this Marvel humor.
She's annoying.
This Marvel humorous character.
Like
so like that didn't hit for me. The game, because a lot of people are like, "Oh, this one's really emotional," and I realized I was like, "This is not hitting for me at all." Like Halo 4 was emotional. I don't know what this is. Like I felt no connection to the game, like at all, and I hate saying that, but
because I don't care about the characters.
Like there's an emotional scene with Echo 216 and Chief, and I was like, I feel nothing in this. Like I felt no emotional attachment compared to 4 was really emotional. This, the campaign felt very safe, very like they just try to fix what happened in 4 and 5 and then go a whole different direction, basically like a soft reboot. And the game just I didn't feel anything. It didn't feel innovative. I didn't feel that being said, I think the gameplay is fun for both multiplayer and campaign. I think I like the abilities, like the upgrades. I didn't mind that. I thought the Spartan core stuff that was cool, and you can add more to your thruster, or you can get the active camo.
Even though the way you have to switch abilities was awful.
Yeah, to switch abilities was pretty rough, but the abilities itself was cool. I like
I use the grapple hook.
But I like the idea of the thruster, and you can upgrade your abilities and get more. Like that was cool. I didn't mind that. I do appreciate the fact of how many grenades you can hold and stuff too. That was cool. The game looks fine. It's nothing like next gen groundbreaking. I feel like the game just looks fine.
Looks like
It doesn't feel next gen to me. Between all the loading screens you get in between cutscenes and stuff like that, I was like, okay. Like again, I didn't let it bother me. I just continued playing. But a lot of the cutscenes are just Chief putting the weapon into the system,
or it's in like holding,
or in the hand, one take around. The villain I didn't like. Most of him is through a hologram. And I honestly felt like he was written by a 5-year-old. Like, his dialogue was very cheesy. It was just like, what? The villain didn't work for me. All the important things happen off screen, which, like, what was supposed to be Halo 6 happened off screen. And we learn about it through a hologram or the weapon telling you.
Or the audio
That's
logs.
not a very, or audio logs. That's not a very compelling story. And it's just giving you that back info and then just kind of like, okay, here's a little reboot. We don't know about Arbiter. We don't know about
Lasky
or even Locke. Even though,
Blue Team.
I didn't.
I know Blue Team is in the audio logs. Like they went on a different mission.
But that's it.
But are they alive? Like, are they?
They want you to know enough to know that okay, they're somewhere else. And I honestly didn't appreciate that. I didn't like 5, but I wanted to see where 6 went, and I really liked 4 because it was its own thing.
You spent 2 games setting up this massive battle. It's like if Lord of the Rings was setting up the big epic battle, and then we just skip it.
Yeah, it's very similar to Star Wars. With Force Awakens sets up something. Last Jedi was a mess, and then Rise of Skywalker was like, okay, let's just undo all that and make something else.
But what I think would have been better for that, like in that sense, was do like what Colin Trevorrow wanted to do. You just build off of that and you finish it.
Yeah, like the storyline that we learned about, Cortana, Atriox, that was interesting. That could have been 6. But again, I feel like they were just like, no, let's just...
Because, again, people hated it. I mean, it was
5
terrible.
was rough.
The
but
campaign was terrible, but...
You could have continued it and redeemed yourself, and you would have had 4 and 6 kind of like...
I think what 5 needed was, again, it's like that setup game.
Yeah, but it wasn't complete at all.
No, you can
super
tell.
short.
Yeah, no, it was bad. But
it was almost like they half-assed it.
Yeah, it was. But I feel like if they did Halo 6 that way, like just build off of that cliffhanger.
Yeah, because the story was interesting with Cortana and all that.
And now it's like they're all, I guess, dead.
Yeah, like
gone.
It's all just the past. Now it's something new.
And that to me, I was bothered
when
by
this game ended, and I think we both felt the same way. I just felt nothing. I was like, oh.
When I first beat it, because I beat it like first than you, and when I finished, I was like, oh, I feel like I played a Destiny game.
Yeah, because now it's like, oh, don't worry, the DLCs are coming.
I feel like I just played
like a Destiny story because it's like you run the same dungeons. You kill enemies.
Like I played Destiny. That's what it felt like to me. I was like, okay, now I'm waiting for the expansion.
There was no special cutscenes, like again, we played all of them. Halo 3, Halo 2 remastered, even Halo 4. You have like great shots, and there's like you're interacting with different characters. Here, it's you, holograms, dungeon, holograms, dungeon, hologram.
No, and also like the missions that you do vary. It's like the same shit. You run. Yeah. It's either a power seed or you put the weapon into the fucking machine. That's it. That's all you do. It's just rinse and repeat, and you're just shooting the same enemies over and over. I was like, dude, I'm done.
Yeah.
This is the same, and it's the same building.
That's what happened to me.
I'm looking at the same.
Yeah, the art design didn't feel compelling or innovative. With 4, I remember playing 4. Every new area we walked into in the Forerunner planet, we were like, oh shit, this is really cool. The music too. Here they try bringing back the classic music, and they really tried to just imitate Halo again, and like the original Halo, and just like play it safe, and you can feel that, and it didn't work. It didn't. I don't know. There was no point with the music that I felt it. When you feel it in the Halo game. And I hate to say that, but I didn't.
I felt like they should have just continued with 5.
And this is it. I think this is it.
This is the last Halo campaign we'll ever play.
It ended, and I was like...
now it's just DLCs from here on out. And that, to me, dude, 10 years. They put a lot on that infinite everywhere. Infinite. And that, to me... Because, so what? They're going to stay on this Halo ring forever, and you're just going to add to it. Wow.
Yeah, the ending, they tease... Now, like this whole other storyline about characters, I was so getting used to the Forerunner stuff. Now it's something else. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, and it's gonna be for DLCs and stuff. But
no, because I saw Xbox, they like trademarked or labeled whatever like the Endless.
Yeah.
So they're getting. I guess that's the next DLC is the Endless. But
so that's basically what it seems like what we're gonna get. Other than that, I really, it didn't hit for me. At one point, I was like, I just want to beat this. Like, where's this? I was waiting for like a big moment to happen in the story, and I was like, oh.
The game just felt very average to me.
I was waiting for a moment, like a big moment, and nothing ever happened. I never was attached to the game.
And also, I know people complained in 4 that Chief talked a lot.
And he talks just not as much, but he does talk a lot in this.
But he talks a lot in this one.
And
confused.
It doesn't hit the same.
Yeah, I don't
when
know.
he talks to Echo 216,
I guess is how he talks in 4, like the way he speaks. Like I guess it's like
I don't know.
I don't know why people. I don't know.
There was in 4 there are certain times where I was like, oh, he didn't need to talk there.
Yeah,
I get that, but here he talks a lot, and it doesn't hit as hard. Like when he's giving Echo 216 that emotional scene, I was like, this is not. I don't know.
Again, because I don't care about Echo.
Chief looks great. I like how his armor looks.
Again, because I don't care about Echo.
And then Echo. I
know
hate to say because I know there's people that love it apparently, but
people like Echo with the weapon. I mean, good for you. I mean, but for
it's
me,
that Marvel humor.
That's that Marvel shit.
It felt like a Marvel, like again, it's like that Marvel formula in a Halo game. I was like, oh, this is not.
I remember there was a part with the weapon. You jumped down this little hole, and she's like, "Wee!"
Yeah.
I was like, "The fuck is this? Like, what the? Why you?"
Yeah, because she's supposed to be like quirky and like funny.
Like, shut the fuck up! I was like, "Why you like?" I don't know. We're saying jokes mid battle.
I halfway into the game, I remember I was like, oh, like I don't know what I'm doing.
And one thing I do like is like the fact of like Chief is kind of like us, where it's like he doesn't like her, like he doesn't trust her.
Yeah, but you see, like that storyline was interesting about him not trusting her because he doesn't want the same thing to happen, with Cortana, but like the game doesn't really jump into any of that because again, it's a lot of just hologram finding out information about what happened, and then the game ends.
Yeah. And I feel like they resolved.
I do want to say though, I did like the boss fights. Like I again on heroic, on legendary, that must be annoying. But I didn't mind the boss fights. Some parts were annoying, but like
I didn't like them.
I like the fact that there were, because it's true. Like that video that we saw, the other boss fights in previous Halo games, they suck. This was like a step up. I actually enjoyed it.
I don't know. Maybe because like I play like Dark Souls and Bloodborne,
well, yeah,
so it's like
completely
I'm
different.
always like like thinking of like that. But like those boss fights, I was kind of like they're very what game is it? Was it like the Division, where it's like there's so bullet sponge?
Yeah, I didn't like the bullet sponge aspect of it, but I thought the gameplay was fun and I got to use different things and they give you like
and the damage skin was so weird sometimes where it's like there's times where you kill them really fast or it will take forever to kill them. I remember there was one boss where I pummeled the boss and they went from full health to one shot.
Or towards the end of the game, this was a moment I really wanted to enjoy where, the music is on, you get the Warhog or you pick a vehicle and you have to go do something. It's like an important part in the game. Important, but not really. And the music is on. I was like, oh, this is so cool. And the health in the vehicles last 2 hits. It is on heroic. This is not legendary or anything like that. And I got on a scorpion tank, blew up. And I didn't even get to the hard part of the 2 hunters and the wraiths. This was just like elites, brutes, and like basic enemies that it's supposed to be fun and you wipe them out. I went through a scorpion, blew up. Then a wraith blew up. Then I just said, fuck this. Like after dying and not making it to the actual part with all the enemies, I just got the grapple hook and went around. Because I was like, I'm not dealing with this. At that point, I was trying to enjoy the game, and then when I got to that part, I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of fun. Let me try this, and then and it hurts me to say it because Halo's great, but it just didn't. This is like a solid, like if this game is an average 7, like it.
Yeah, it's a 7.
This is not your neck, like considering the fact that it's been 6 years.
Why I was confused. Like I was looking at the the reviews, like 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. I was like, really?
Yeah.
I was like, this game is like, I mean, I get it.
The fact that it's been 6 years, it's supposed to be the big next gen thing for Xbox.
It's a very average game. The campaign, like online is great.
Yeah, online is cool.
But the online has its problems. But campaign wise, it's a 7, very average.
And 7 is like cutting it close.
Honestly, open world is not meant for Halo. It's not. It's linear.
Yeah. I see what it's like the Halo mission in Halo 1.
Yeah, but that's one mission.
But it overstays its welcome. That's the only thing.
Because I remember at one point, because I finished at 50%, 12 hours.
No.
And at one point, I was like, okay, I'm fucking done with this. Like, I'm done with doing this side shit. Okay, yeah, you had those high target people.
Yeah.
Which was, it was cool.
Yeah, you get like new weapons, like custom weapons.
I'll just get in the car, just hit them with it.
Yeah, I'll run them over. But I like the idea that you kill like these high level enemies, you get cool weapons.
No
gameplay is great. Yeah, this game needed co-op. There's certain parts in missions that you can tell like they had things set up for you in co-op.
And
like Warhog set in a certain spot, but it's like, wait, I'm by myself here. Why would I need a Warhog?
Yeah, like why would I need to work on this scene?
And it was because it's supposed to be for co-op.
Why would I drive around and not do anything?
But that's one thing that hurts me. It's 6 years. This feels very average. It's not even complete. No, I'm honestly kind of checked out. I think multiplayer is great. I enjoy playing that.
I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be playing it because I'm already kind of like.
It needs content. which today they dropped new content.
Yeah.
That's great. But for the campaign, again, gameplay's great. You know, I just
don't know how a 10-year plan. I just don't see it.
I wish we got real cutscenes. Because from
and I missed the set pieces.
Just having a different new
cool
map
missions,
every mission's cool missions.
like there's no snow or jungle.
Yeah,
or desert.
there's not even a time. The time doesn't. It just gets a little dimmer.
It gets dark.
It gets a little dark.
But it doesn't even last that long. It just then it's back.
But it doesn't go full nighttime. It doesn't go full night. It goes like the sun like sets a little bit and then it goes back up. Like there wasn't a time that I noticed that like the time changing. Because it's that small of a difference. Yeah. I was hoping, I was like, oh, maybe like it goes into night but then if it goes into night, is there light? How would you see things? That's probably why they didn't do it.
It doesn't rain.
It's all trees. Yeah, nothing.
Like doesn't rain or anything there?
It just feels like this little sandbox that you play for a few hours and beat the game and that's it.
Yeah,
so
I don't know.
Honestly, just kind of disappointed. I hate to say it because I went into the campaign like, I hope I like this. I hope I like this. I was waiting for something big to happen.
The only parts I like in that campaign was when Cortana showed up.
Yeah.
That's it. That was when it was Chief and Cortana.
Yeah.
That's it.
And it's all through hologram.
And I know some people weren't like with the intro because like they didn't like how Chief got beat up in the intro.
The game is just really weird. It's like the intro, Chief gets beat up by Atriox, but then there's a time jump and Atriox is like dead, and then there's a new villain, and then it's like, okay, this is the story.
Yeah. Like
it's like too much. It's like what?
Said like I was kind of confused. Like, wait, is there 2 time jumps in this game, or is it 1?
It's 2.
Because it time jumps from 5 to where they get attacked on the Infinity.
Then from that,
and then
to 6 days later.
6 months.
6 months later.
6 months later. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they basically skip the whole war that happens and then tell a new story.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
They just did skip. Yeah, that is. So Arbiter, I guess, is dead, which is dude, that character does not deserve to die off screen. He does not. After Halo 2,
we don't know anything. We really don't know anything.
Well, I guess not confirmed he's dead, but I mean,
the
fact that Chief did even like when he woke up didn't even ask like, oh,
where's
Lasky?
Or like, just where's everybody? But he already knew because he was on the Infinity when it got attacked, and everybody he says in the game, oh, everybody's wiped out.
Dude,
they just tell you, yeah, everybody's dead.
No, I saw it was trending. Like people like if they really did kill off Flock, that's terrible. Like, because like I didn't like the character, but I didn't want him dead.
Yeah, they just killed off everybody off screen.
Or like Arbiter, or Halsey, or Lasky.
Yeah.
Like you built up so much and you just completely.
Yeah, it just seems like they're going to go the Destiny route. Now it'll be about Banished and the Endless, and then just go from there.
And also, like, I know some people were saying how you notice some parts of the map where it's like, okay, they're gonna add stuff here. That I was like, oh god, that's
they're gonna just add. I'm checked out.
I don't think open world doesn't work for Halo. I don't think it's
a mission. Yes, like if there was an element.
Not the whole game.
If they had done like kind of like a Gears of War where you have a section where you get to do that, but then the game continues.
Yeah,
that would have been better. But
the whole game, it hurts it because it ruins the flow. Of the
it
story.
overstays its welcome. It literally overstays its welcome.
It ruins the flow of the story.
Such a small story. I don't know.
And I can't believe they're all like, I don't know when I finish the game. This is, again, we're going into spoilers. I'm going into spoilers right now. Like, when I finished the game, and when I saw that, like, Cortana's dead, that's it. They confirmed it. She's gone.
Off screen. Yeah.
She died. I was sitting there like, nah.
How does all this happen off screen?
I was like, we don't get to see that.
Yeah.
We don't get to see that moment. We see it through a fucking little hologram shit. Or the little, what is it, the AI data?
Yeah, everything happens off screen.
I was like, wow, man. That to me,
the important aspects of the game all happen off screen. Like, that should have been the game. That should have continued, and we get that war. Like, if halfway into 6, the Banish attack Infinity, and they destroy everything because Cortana or whatever, and then the game keeps going.
They should just,
or if the intro of the game was that, the U.S. Infinity, like, they working together, Arbiter, and all this stuff, and I don't know. I just don't even want to. It's done. It's like Star Wars. I just have to let it be.
Cortana, like, I'd say, like, how is that? That's to me when I was saying, I was like, man, I don't like this.
Yeah.
I didn't like the fact that she died and we see it through a hologram.
The whole game is still a hologram. I can't. Is it?
That.
Yeah.
I don't know. That didn't really sit right with me.
I think honestly, I mean, it's pretty clear what our thoughts are in this game.
It's a 7. It's average.
And that's 7, like being nice. Like that's me being like, okay, but
I
because of the gameplay. Yeah, guys, that's our thoughts. I hate to just give just a review like this. It's very disappointing. It is. I hate to say it because we always, like, with 343, we always just try to, like, give them the benefit of the doubt. You know, like, I really liked 4. The online wasn't great. I was like, okay, like, then 5, they can... And then even
5
after...
had a great multiplayer.
Then even after 5, with this one, for years, I was like, oh, okay, like, they're going to fix it. Like, they know what to do. They know what to do. And I was excited, and then here we are. I hate to, you know, it sucks. But, you know, the multiplayer is great, and, you know, they added some content today.
You know, DLC they bring back.
I don't plan on playing the DLCs.
If it's free, yeah.
The fact that it's coming to that, it hurts me. That's it. Like, there's no more new Halo game to come out. It's like, oh no, here's DLCs.
Yeah, the sequel.
Like a Destiny game.
Yeah.
It's not. But yeah, guys. Sorry for such a
downer,
disappointing review. I was really excited for this, but. What did you guys think? Did you guys enjoy the game, Halo Infinite? What are your thoughts on the story? Are you excited for what's to come, or are you on that fence? Because there's two sides right now. There's people that love it, the Halo fans that love it, and there's Halo fans that don't love it so much, and that's where we land. Where do you guys fall on it? Let us know in the comments. If you agree or disagree, that's okay. We just try to be honest about what we play and watch, because I'm not going to sit here and say, oh my God, that game is amazing. It's a masterpiece, next gen.
Yeah, go pay
$60 or... Just so that, you know, just for being afraid what everybody else is
going
to think.
And also, it gets a 7 too because there's no co-op.
So,
that hurts
yeah. But yeah, guys. So thank you so much for watching and for listening. To the next one. Goodbye.